I have recorded this video 5 times and I just hate the way it comes out because I can't speak today. Hello guys, my name is 𝙗𝙪𝙨𝙨 and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I have a video that I think is very interesting because I'm going to be talking about how to get brand collaborations or brand sponsorships when you are a micro influencer. I myself could be considered a micro influencer as I only have 5,000, like around 5,000 followers on Instagram, which it's not a small following, but it's also not the biggest. In influencer terms, I could be called a micro influencer. Although, let me set this straight, I hate the term influencer. I don't like it. I don't consider myself an influencer, and I don't call anyone an influencer even if they are influencers. I just don't like that word. I just want to make clear the fact that everything that I'm going to say in this video is based on my experience working with brands on Instagram. And just to give you like a little background or like a little context, I have worked with several brands on Instagram, some small ones, some big ones. And if you follow me on Instagram, you've known that I actually collaborated with 𝙗𝙪𝙨𝙞𝙬 Fenty twice, and I also have some other big exciting collaborations coming soon. I have a collaboration with Crocs, which is a big brand, and that will be posted maybe like in 2 weeks. And I also have some other like big collaborations coming on here on YouTube. Coming on here. Oh my god. Some big collaborations for YouTube, so stay tuned for that. But without further ado and without more blabbing, let's just get into what you guys actually here for, which is how to get paid collaborations on Instagram. 3 things that I've noticed that brands are in search for when looking for influencers to collaborate with are consistency, engagement, and cohesiveness. This pretty much means that brands don't want to collaborate with somebody that posts maybe 2 or 3 times a year. They're looking for people that will post regularly, and they're also looking for people that maintain a aesthetic or vibe. Something that brands look into a lot when deciding if you're a good fit for their brand or not is how your Instagram looks. Because let's be honest, when you are a influencer, when you do like content creating for Instagram, for like YouTube and stuff, those social medias are your portfolio. So what you put out is what's going to help brands determine if they like you or if you're a good fit for the brand or not. And something that they also really take into account is engagement. Brands want to make sure that they're working with an influencer or a content creator that is going to give something back to them when they give you a product, which pretty much means this type of work, this type of collaborations are like a trade. So the brand sends you something for free or paid. They're looking for people that are able or will be able to generate some type of revenue for the brand. So they're looking for what is called an ROI, or return on investment. Because for the brand, sending your product, paying for the product, for the shipment, it's an investment. So they want to make sure that you could either generate sales or direct or generate traffic to their pages. There are many ways to get brand collaborations, whether you reach out to the brand or the brand reaches out to you, or whether you use influencer agencies or apps, which I'm going to talk about further in this video. But some other things that I also want to tell you before getting into these apps is the fact that you need to enjoy the content that you are creating. Because personally, I feel like when a content creator doesn't enjoy the content they're putting out there, brands and your followers can see it. When you're posting content just because you're obligated or you feel obligated to post, you can clearly tell that whoever's creating the content is not enjoying what they're doing. Something that also really helps when trying to reach out to brands or when trying to get brands to reach out to you is having a clear niche or like a clear theme, which means you're focused on one specific topic instead of being all over the place. Because if you're creating content for fashion, beauty, lifestyle, you're doing like travel stuff, you're doing maybe cooking, you're doing beauty, you're doing relationship, you're like a little bit all over the place, and it's harder for brands to see if they're actually going to get engagement or revenue from working with you, because you have so many different types of people on your account that they don't know if your public or your audience is actually interested in what they do or the product that they produce. And something also extremely important is the fact that you have to remember that these collaborations are actual jobs, or it's actual work, whether they're paying you or not. Brands you collaborate with usually set very strict due dates from when you have to send the content for approval, because some brands actually require you to send the content in before posting it so that they can like see if they like it and if it fits their aesthetic. So you have to be really careful with those due dates, and you have to post the content by the time the brand asks, because that way, if they enjoy the content that you created, if you follow the guidelines and the rules, there's more possibilities or higher possibilities of the brand reaching out to you again to work. So for me, what I've done mostly to get collaborations has been through networks or influencer agencies or apps. So one of my favorite ones is Social Native. Social Native is where I've gotten the chance to collaborate with 𝙗𝙪𝙨𝙨𝙤 and Crocs very soon. Social Native is a platform or influencer agency that connects influencers with brands without you as an influencer having to reach out to the brand. So it makes the process a little bit easier for you. So Social Native is a platform that contacted me a while ago, like while I was still back in Colombia, but I really didn't work with them until I moved here because most of the campaigns are based in the United States. As I said before, through Social Native, I got my 𝙗𝙪𝙨𝙨 x Fenty campaigns, and I've also got some other opportunities like 𝙗𝙪𝙨𝙗𝙨 Cosmetics, sales, the jewelry store. I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce their name. I have a collaboration coming up with Crocs, and they have sent me a couple of campaigns that they think I'm a good fit for. But the fact that they sent you campaigns doesn't mean that you're immediately accepted into those campaigns. You have to apply, you have to give them, you know, like your address and your information so they can send a product in the case you are selected. But after you apply, brands have to go through your Instagram and they have to like see if you will be a good fit for the brand. But they usually reach out to you pretty quickly. The first time that I applied for the 𝙗𝙪𝙨𝙗𝙗 x Fenty campaign, it took, I believe, like 2 days for them to get back to me. But the second time, because I had already worked with the brand, they had already seen the engagement that my posts had, because they actually track the analytics for the partnerships that you do. They got back to me like the same day. Some other apps that I use are Brandstop, which I recently got a collaboration with a like houseware accessories, like bed sheets and stuff. I recently got a collaboration with a brand called Cozy House Collection, and they sent me a set of their new bed sheets, which I really appreciated because I recently moved into an apartment, and what they ask is that I post an Instagram story and just post like, or create a picture, take a picture that they can use for their content and for their Instagram so that they can post it. So in this case, the Cozy House Collection collaboration, it was more like a trade rather than a paid partnership, while the Fenty one and the Crocs one are paid collaborations. In that case, Social Native and the brand set their rates. You don't set them yourself. While in Brandstop, you have the opportunity to work with brands that will pay you, and you get the chance to set your own rates and set your own like guidelines. So you can pitch yourself to the brand. You can offer to post 1 story, 2 pictures and a video. You can offer to post 2 stories. Like, you get the chance to pick how much content you want to create for that brand, and you can go like back and forth through the messages with the brand, so you can set a clear amount of content and a payment rate. Another app that I use a lot is called Octoly, and Octoly, you don't even have to be an influencer to use it. Octoly is an app that's open to just people that want to try new products and review them. You just sign up and you apply for the campaigns or to receive the product, and they'll tell you if they accept you or not. The thing with Octoly is that if you're not an influencer, if you don't connect your social media, the amount of products that you can receive are very limited, and they also run out of them super fast. So you gotta go to the store like as soon as the products are available and order them straight away, because if not, you're gonna have to wait a long time until they restock. But in case you are an influencer, you get like certain credits, and those credits will increase based on the reviews that you post, and will also decrease based on the number of products that you haven't reviewed yet. So when you open your account as an influencer, you get 4 credits, and for every product that you order, and every order that actually goes through, because the brand has to accept you, they'll take 1 credit, but once you post the review, they'll give you the credit back. So right now I have 4 products that Octoly sent me. 2 from Becca Cosmetics, 1 from Dr. Brandt, and then 1 from Authentic Beauty. Which means right now I have 0 credits for products because I still have not posted those reviews. Another app that you guys may use that I personally have never used, but I know people that have had, some of my sorority sisters and some friends from Instagram have had a lot of collaborations with an app called Heartbeat. I signed up for the app, but I wasn't really able to find any collaborations that I actually enjoyed or that actually suited the type of content that I create. Harbit is a great way to start because they are paid promotions or paid campaigns. Usually it's, I believe, like 12, it starts with $12, or that's the like rate that I got when I started. And it has collaborations for a lot of things, like school related stuff. I know they had recently a collaboration with like a tortilla brand, like drinks, and they've had collaborations for like phone cases and all those type of things. So I think if you're just starting, that is a great way to start opening up to working with brands. I actually have a folder on my phone with a ton of influencer apps type of things that I'm gonna list in the description box. I'm not gonna talk about all of them because honestly, most of this I have never used. I've had like good luck with the ones that I've used, such as Social Native, which I recommend like 1000%. I'm gonna leave a link down below if you guys want to join. You do have to request an invite. But besides using influencer apps, there's also another way to get collaboration with brands without them having to reach out to you, and it's when you reach out to them. And something that I've noticed is that brands actually really enjoy when people reach out to them, as long as you are professional, concise, and detailed. You can't expect to get a collaboration with a brand if you just message them and you're like, oh my god, I love your brand, please send me free stuff. That's not how it works. Brands don't like you sending a message being like, oh my god, please send me free stuff. Let me tell you, that's not gonna work, or at least I don't know of any person that has sent out a DM like that and actually has had success. When you reach out to a brand, you have to make sure, and you want to make sure, that you're being respectful. You're not friends with whoever is behind that screen, whoever's managing that account. So you have to be nice enough to the point that your personality shows, but not too nice to the point where you start the DM like, hey sweetie, or hey love. You have to think of this as a job. So you wouldn't message your boss and be like, hey love, how are you? You wouldn't do those type of things, or at least I wouldn't. And also you gotta be concise in the sense that you want to make emails or DMs something easy and fast to like skim through. Don't write like a paragraph with like 15 sentences. You should try to keep it under 5, just so that in case they don't read the full thing and just like go over it, they get the idea of what you want to tell them. And the third thing when reaching out to brands is the fact that you have to be detailed. Brands enjoy when you pitch yourself out with a project and you tell them exactly what you want to do with the product that they'll send you. Again, you shouldn't reach out to a brand and just be like, send me free stuff, I'll take pictures. Brands want to know what you're going to be doing with the product so that they can know if it's a good investment or a good trade. So when you reach out to a brand, tell them what you want to do. Tell them, oh, I'm going to the beach and I would love to feature your swimsuits in like a little photo shoot that I'm going to do. You got to reach out to them with your idea in mind, so that they know that what you're doing is going to be beneficial for them. Also, something very important to have, or something really good to have when you're reaching out to brands, is a media kit, especially when you're reaching out to them through email, because a media kit usually includes your numbers, which means your engagement rate, your demographics, where your like audience is located, if your audience is mainly male, mainly female, their age range, because brands want to know all those type of things, just because they want to make sure that the campaigns they're working on are catered towards the type of public that they actually need and that they actually want for their brand. And I think I already mentioned this, but I want to repeat it because it is fundamental and very important. When a brand reaches out to you, when you reach out to a brand, or when you like land a campaign, you have to be super strict and super like on top of your dates. If a brand tells you that they want their content uploaded for like approval on, I don't know, the 22nd, you have to make sure that your content is up by that date, because brands want to know that they're working with people that are responsible and that are actually going to show them results. Be on top of your game, be on top of your dates, and show the brand that you're actually taking this seriously, because this is a job. Whether you're getting paid, whether you're getting free products, it is work. And really, do not be afraid to reach out to brands. That is a great way to start building a relationship with them and to start connecting and networking. Because something that I've noticed is that sometimes, especially with smaller brands that like have more engagement with their audiences and like other stores on Instagram, when you work with a brand and the brand likes how you work, not only will they call you back, but they'll reference you to different stores or different brands that they know that are also looking for influencers to work with. And this, especially if you're a college student, make sure to check if the brands that you want to work with have college ambassador programs, because I've actually found out that there's tons of brands out there looking for college campus reps that can like create brand awareness on campus. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video and that it was helpful, and that you start building your audiences and creating engagement, and you get the chance to work with amazing brands. Don't forget to follow me on my social media, which I'm gonna leave linked down below, especially on my Instagram, which I'm gonna put right here, because I am extremely active on Instagram, and that way you can see all the super cool campaigns that I have planned for the future, and you know, all the content that I create in general, because I love creating content for Instagram. So I'll catch you there. Bye.